Hi guys, hope you've all had a good week. Thank you to those of you that took part and had a go at drawing the 3D shapes last week. As we're moving on to story making, I thought it would be a good idea to do something crafty again to get your ideas flowing about your story writing. So this week I'm going to show you how to make a crocodile out of an egg box, like so. So all you will need to make your crocodile is a large egg box, some scissors, some masking tape and a toilet roll. Okay, so first of all you want to start off by getting the end of your egg box, and this is going to make your eye sockets. So we're going to go just behind the first egg container, and we're just going to use our scissors to cut off a section about this big. Don't worry about cutting the bottom off, just cut the top bit off of the box so that you're left with something like this. Okay, and then next we're gonna count 1, 2, 3 egg places, and we're gonna make another cut going halfway across our egg box. Like so. If your scissors aren't strong enough, you can ask Mum or Dad to help you out just to make these first few initial cuts. Like so. Okay, so what you should be left with is half an egg box and your 2 eye sockets. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to cut 2 half circles in the top part by here. So 2 semicircles like this, fabulous, and we're going to just trim this side bit a little bit so it's nice and flat to the other part. Brilliant. So now we've got our eye sockets and we've got what is going to be our crocodile snout. Right, what I want you to do next is I want you to place your eyes on top of the part where you've cut out some eye sockets, like that. So, and what we're going to do is this bit might be a bit tricky, but we're just going to hold this on here and we're going to get our masking tape. If you don't have masking tape, that's absolutely fine. You can use glue, but it might just take a little bit longer for it to stick on, so you might have to just be quite patient with the glue. Like this, and don't worry if you do have masking tape, if you're going to colour in or paint over it, masking tape's really good for painting over things and you can't really see it once it's done. Like this, so make sure it's nice and secure on there. There we go, and really secure. So you should be left with something that looks like this, and our little crocodile's starting to come together now. So what to do next is you get your toilet roll and you're going to cut your toilet roll all the way up like that, and we're just going to cut off 2 strips. So we're going to open out our toilet roll and just cut off 2 strips like that, and another strip like that. And these bits are going to hold on the back of your crocodile to ensure that you can open and close the mouth. Sorry, you've just got to make a cut down this side as well so that the egg box is completely separate from the bottom of the egg box. So you're just going to end up with something like this, and then you're going to use these 2 straps. And we're going to turn our egg box around and we're going to attach this strap from the top of here to the bottom of the egg box. And I'm going to use masking tape to do this again, but like I said, if you want to use glue, or you want to use sellotape. If you are going to use sellotape, I would advise sticking all the pieces together once you have completed your design, because sellotape's a bit of a tricky one to colour over. So we're just going to stick this to the top and to the bottom. Really simple. So it looks like that. One piece is attached to the top, one piece is attached to the bottom, and we're just going to do that again on this side. Piece of masking tape, attach it to the top part. You want to make sure it's overlapped quite a lot so that it sticks down well. And if you need to add another piece of masking tape, then feel free, because everyone's will be slightly different. You'll have slightly different shapes, slightly different sizes. So that's the top bit. And then stick the bottom bit on like this. Great. So now we've got our head, we've got our bottom part, and we've got it attached so that we can open and close it. Brilliant. Make sure all your masking tape is stuck down as well as you can. Okay. Just going to add a few more bits of masking tape around the eyes, like this, and another one on this side, like this. Okay, brilliant. What I did on my one, just to make it a little bit more quirky, was I added some spikes down the nose. So to do that, we're just going to get our toilet roll again, and we're just going to cut out 2 triangles. It's up to you how big you make these triangles, like so. And we're going to use the masking tape again just to attach them upright. So to do this, I would advise having 2 small pieces of masking tape and just holding them in place, placing some of the masking tape going up the spike and some of it flat onto your cardboard egg box. So that's my one spike, and then I'm going to just do another one like so. If you feel like you need to add a bit more masking tape, then feel free, because you do want it to be nice and secure before you paint it or before you colour it in. There we go, like this. And then the last piece, like this. Okay, so now we've got our 2 spikes on our nose, we've got our eyes, and we've got our snout, and we've got our mouth that opens up, which is brilliant. What I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut off these parts inside the mouth. 1 and 2. Fabulous. And now we're going to move on to doing our teeth. So to do our teeth, if you remember, I took 2 triangles out of the toilet roll, and I'm just going to keep going along, taking some triangles out. It's up to you how big or small you want your teeth, or how many of them you want. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down this side to make a strip of teeth instead of individually sticking them on. So I'm just going to cut a few more pieces out like so. And like I said in the other videos, if it's going a little bit quick for you, feel free just to pause it or go back to certain parts just to make sure you haven't missed anything. So here are our teeth, and we're going to open our mouth like this, and we're going to hold these in place like that while we stick them on with a bit of masking tape. So you get your masking tape again, rip off a decent amount, and we're going to open our mouth and we're going to stick them in just along this line. You might need a few pieces of smaller masking tape if your egg box is shaped like mine, but just make sure that the teeth are overlapping the sides so that you can see them when you open and close the mouth. You don't want your teeth to sit too far down, because then you won't be able to see them. So another piece of masking tape here. Brilliant. And one more piece just to secure it at the end, like so. And we're just going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. We're going to cut out some triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to cut a strip going all the way down. Try not to cut it too close to the teeth so that you've got something to stick it onto the side with. And then we're going to stick this one to the other side like so. So we're just going to get our masking tape again, rip small pieces off and just start sticking this to the side. There we go. It doesn't have to have exactly the same amount of teeth on both sides, just to make it a bit more realistic. And you can also add a second row of teeth if you wanted to. But I'm just showing you the basic version for now so that you can use your creativity and come up with your own designs. And I'm just going to empty those triangles from there. So now what you should be left with is some teeth which show up on the side. Fabulous. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my egg box, the second half of it, and I'm just going to cut the top of the lid off, like that, and we're going to cut out a shape that looks like a tongue. So we're doing a straight line, a smile shape at the bottom, and a straight line back up. And you should have a tongue that looks like this then. If you want to do one that's got a fork shape to it, feel free. And we're going to pop it on top of our 2 pieces of egg holder inside the carton, and we're just going to secure it in place with a little bit more masking tape. If you want to use your spare triangles to create a bit more texture on the sides, you could do some scales, you could do all sorts of things. Use your imaginations. And then once your tongue is secured in place like that, then you've got the basic layout of your crocodile. Okay, so basically from this point, you can either colour it in with felt pens, which might take a little bit of time, but I think it would look really good. Or like me, you can use paints to paint your crocodile, or you could use crayons, whatever you have around the house. And I did it nice and red on the inside with some white teeth, and on the outside we use different colours of green, because often in nature things don't tend to be just one solid colour, and it makes it a little bit more realistic. But I can't wait to see what your ideas are, guys, and how you want to make your crocodiles, or it could be a dragon. I'm interested to see what you do with the ideas. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy the video.